Alright, what's going on everyone? You are looking at the standard Gruul Stompy Challenger deck, and we have upgraded it for Pioneer, and we did this in paper, so it was $20 total in paper to get to this point, and now we're going to be playing this in Pioneer. The concept here is very simple. We have some early game ramp stuff. We got Elvish Mystic, we got Landor Elves, and we're hoping to ramp into some of this stuff. You know, we've got Briar Bridge Tracker. This was already in the deck, I just didn't swap it out. We have Reckless Stormseeker, we have Bone Crusher Giant, we've got Ulvenwold Oddity. So normally this would be like a questing beast, right? But this was already in the deck, and it works as a pretty decent mana sink for these elves in the late game. We've got Halana and Elena. This was a, what was it, Goldspan Dragon, but we swapped it out for Sky Sovereign, getting us a little bit closer to the Gruul Vehicles deck. I also have a couple of these, which again, were in the original deck. We'll play a couple best of 1 games, maybe 3, depending on how fast they go, and then we will be playing a best of 3 match. Something I want to stress, I said at the end of the video in the upgrade guide, but I don't think this is a competitive deck. Fortunately, the season just reset, and I don't play Arena that much, so I'm pretty low rank, so I think I should be fine. This hand is fine. But this isn't a competitive deck in Pioneer. We might play Bone Crusher Giant turn 2. See what the opponent's playing. They are playing Rakdos Fatal Push, so we will not be playing Bone Crusher Giant turn 2. We will instead be playing Ranger class and hoping we draw a land. If we don't, we can level this up, make this a 3/3. I mean, that's less exciting. We'll Bone Crusher Giant that. So there's that. It's probably worth Bone Crusher Giant here. Attack for 2. Next turn we can play the Bone Crusher Giant. If we draw a land, we can play Ulvenwold Oddity. It's kind of okay. This is basically our worst matchup though, is any kind of Rakdos control. Any deck with lots of spot removal can really hurt us. If this is a Vein Ripper, I'll just quit. It is not. Okay. I can level this up, deal 3 to Sorin so they can't minus it. It's probably worth it just in case they top deck the thing. The Vein Ripper just wins, so let's get that below 3. Pretty bad having to take a turn off like that, but you know, it is what it is. This is a vampire technically, it's all creature types. Yep. Bankbuster, sure. Cruise for 3. So they can crew. This is a sorcery. All of this is bad. This attacks as a 4/4. Well, let's attack. They can crew the vehicle. No, they can't. I was wrong. Because this needs to tap. They need another mana. Right, my bad. My mistake. That makes things simpler. So we can either Elvish Mystic and Ranger class or just play Bone Crusher Giant. I think this is better because it gives us access to either Ulvenwold Oddity next turn or Sky Sovereign if we draw a land. Another one. Do you have whatchamathing? Looks like they might have it now. Nope, just a Preacher. Okay. I can kill this. Can they crew in response? No. This gives me 2 mana. Okay, there we go. They just quit. Interesting game. We didn't technically do any damage. We did 2, but we survived one of our worst matchups. Generally with Green Stompy, you're really good against red aggro because they beat you up for a couple turns, but then you play like a 4/4 and they just get brick walled. But you're really bad against any sort of spot removal based deck because if you use an elf to play a big creature, they just kill the creature, right? They can run you out of resources really easily because we're spending cards to do not much. This is fine though. If they don't kill our elf, we can play this turn 2. It is a, well, could be elves, could just be another ramp deck, could be lots of things. Gotta say, my elf is pretty fancy. Okay, so this is just Green Devotion. Sure. Let's not play the red land, and maybe the opponent won't know what we're playing. Could just be a Green Stompy deck, you don't know. This has Vigilance, which is nice. Would love to draw a removal spell. Yep, just in case they play a 4/4. We'll see what happens, see what we draw. Tap land. I really want to kill that thing. We cannot kill that thing. So my options are... I don't think we have to think about it. We're just going to put pressure on. 8 damage. No way they trade. They traded? I guess it gives them more mana. They could play the 5 mana thing, but it does reduce their devotion. What's it called? The 5 mana thing? That's not it. But that's a 4/5. So we probably got to play Ranger class, level it up to make this 5 power. Invasion of Ixalan? Sure. Cavalier of Thorns, that's what I was thinking about. I think we lose now. This deck just has way more power. This is the competitive deck if you want to play big green stuff. You should be playing Green Devotion. Our deck is pretty casual compared to this thing. Okay. Yep. It's another Pelucranos and that thing, which is interesting. Is this deck playing this now? Maybe. And a Llanowar Elf, okay. And we draw that, which doesn't win the game. Okay. Well, this is the good green deck if you want a competitive green deck. That's it. That's it. Specifically if you want to play big green creatures. We haven't gone first, but I don't go first when I record. I think we know this now, right? I think we went first the first game, actually. But I don't know. I'm going to assume that I did not. Alright, play Llanowar Elves. The lands entering tapped kinda sucks. Consider. Looks like it could be Phoenix, and we could be pretty good against Phoenix. At the very least, we put a lot of power out quick. Sometimes. We play one of these tapped lands, we play a Ranger class next turn. If we draw an untapped land, a red one. Okay. That's kind of fine, I guess. Yeah, just play Ranger class here. Would have been much better to bounce the token, but that's okay. Ledger Shredder. Consider. Discards a land so they don't get the counter. Llanowar Elf. So, we have a lot of options. I think I just attack for 2. They take it. Maybe we just play the Bone Crusher Giant. Can play Bone Crusher Giant next turn. It's pretty likely to just attack into this Ledger Shredder. We can get a counter here. We can get a counter if I level this up. It can be a 6/5 next turn. Opponent passes. Well, that's another bit of damage there. Let's level this up. Attack for 4. Yeah, just 4 is fine. Get a counter. Lightning Axe. I can do this. Snakeskin Veil. Opt. Okay. So I take 2. They take 2. It's a 6/5. They go to 10. We will play a Llanowar Elf. Yeah, they get to draw and discard. That's fine. Alright. Fiery Impulse, that's fine. Treasure Cruise. Do they have any Phoenixes? No. Alright, 2 mana. 0 Phoenixes. 4/6 on the battlefield though. So if they get a counter on that next turn, it is a 5/7. This is going to be a 7/6. They attack. That's unexpected. What does that mean? But I have so much power. So I can pay 2 for this. I can level it up. They must have a bounce spell or something, right? I think this is worth it. The problem is we're all in on the Bone Crusher Giant. I'd like to attack with both of these and put both counters on the Llanowar Elf. But then we can't cast the other Bone Crusher Giant. So I think I'll just go all in on this. I mean, it's 8 power. Does it hit them? Wow. Do I just try the Bone Crusher Giant now? I guess we make them have it, right? Oh, they get to draw and discard, though. I should have waited until their upkeep before they drew. And they do have a counter spell. Crap. Well, that's annoying, but and we've got lots of power. We can distribute these counters next turn. Yeah, I should have put a stop on their upkeep and did it there, because then they would, they wouldn't have drawn. Okay, they just cast a Phoenix. Oh, this should be over then, right? I think so. I think I just attack all, right? Attack all. Put a counter here. Put a counter here. One gets through no matter what. They need a 1-mana bounce spell, which they could have. They could have Fading Hope. They don't have it, though. Nice. That was kind of difficult, but okay. I mean, we're winning with a not tier 1 deck, so that's good. But it's definitely a struggle. These wins aren't coming easy. Alright, we're in best of 3 now. We don't want to see... Oh my god, we could go first. And our hand sucks, because, of course... I'm not going to get into the conspiracy theories, but my god, of course, that's how that works. I really want to have 1 drop into 3 drop into 4 drop. I think I put this back. It feels... If the opponent has a removal spell, I'm going to be so sad. Please don't be a control deck. I can't handle it. Simic. Merfolk. I don't know if my absolute shock was... I don't know if it registered. But that's not what I was expecting. Well, we get turn 3, turn 3. Alana and Elena. Sure, I think we're gonna run them over. They do have 5 power. So that's problematic. But I mean, let's say they trade their entire board for my 1 creature. Is that good? I think so. Because Alana and Elena can start pumping up the elf if necessary. Sure. 2 for 1's fine. I mean, next turn we can turn the elf into a 3/3 if we want. Merfolk, sure. Which I think is what we're going to be doing, and we'll probably draw. Is this an instant? No. Tasha's Tidebinder, okay. Sure. This has first strike, right? Yes, it does. So, oh, but it loses its abilities. So no attacks. Kill this. And we'll draw end of their turn. If that was an instant, I could have done it during combat, but I could not. But it's fine. We'll draw here. Draw. It's a land. And another land. That's fine. We can play Huntmaster now. We'll pump this. Are there any flash? There are flash Merfolk I have to worry about. Okay. Sure. Man, they're doing a fantastic job of turning that off. It's kind of shocking, actually. Alright, well... Oh, it didn't work, though. It didn't turn it off. It was already on the stack. We are going to not attack. Hopefully they... This counters non-creatures, right? Yeah. So do they have a counter spell? Is the question. We are gonna find out. Or maybe we're not. Should we just play this? No. I'm going for it. Do you have a counter spell? The answer is probably. They do not. Okay. I'm going to put the counters on one of the tokens. It gives me 2 creatures that can block 3/3s. Do I attack? I guess trading a 2/2 token for a 3/3 is fine. Or we deal 4. That's fine too. Another Hex Catcher. And their things are big. Can't really attack efficiently though, so that's fine. Opponent passes. There is a removal spell. It's another sorcery speed removal spell. But let's do that now. That's fine. I will not pay. I will make another 4/4 attack like so. Kind of okay if the elf dies. They take it and we'll play another one of these. Alright. That can be scary. When does it trigger? When it becomes tapped. Right. So probably animate lair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can animate it as a 4/4. Sure. What will they find? I don't know, but there's a bunch of tokens. Might lose this. This swung the game for sure. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attackers. I probably just gotta go. Doesn't feel great though. Yeah, I think I got to Pump here. Attack all. They can't double block the Huntmaster, so that's good. I have another Helana and Elena. That's fine. I have another one of those. They're going to trade the 4/4s. That makes sense. Trade 4/3s as well. But we have 6 coming through. They chumped that. They let 5 go through? I wasn't paying attention. Well, that's awkward. Okay, so what's good against this, huh? This is pretty good. Fry is decent. It would be nice to have an answer to the Pilgrimage. I don't know how many they're playing, though. On the play, I don't think Reckless Stormseeker is as good. And we probably just want to take out the less efficient removal. Take out a Strangle. We'll try this. Alright. Bone Crusher to Ranger class. Seems fine. We are on the draw now, so the opponent has the aggro. Oh, that's useful. Play this. Could play Bone Crusher, try and turn 2. I don't know if it's worth it. I think being able to blow up one of their lords, like that one, is probably better. So I'm not going to block. And I think I just do it now while they're tapped out and I don't have to worry about shenanigans. That's fine. No attack. So they get to hit me for 2. Wow, never mind. Never mind. Just blowing up the Lord was enough. Wow. I guess that was the best of 3. It doesn't seem very exciting though. Alright, we'll play another best of 1 game. Just for fun. We got all green lands and no ramp. And we're going second because of course we are. We'll mulligan. This is fine. We'll probably put 1 land back. I think it's fine. We don't want to see a swamp. I don't want my land war elf to die. We don't want to see a swamp or a mountain or blue. We don't want to see any colors. I wish the opponent just didn't play anything. We can't even ramp into anything on turn 3, so it doesn't matter. We're pecking them for 1. Never mind. We are going to ramp into something on turn 3. I lied. Probably going to get countered, but that's okay. Does not get countered. Well, we get the token. I would say if this gets cast against you and you have the option to counter it or kill it, you probably want to counter it so I don't get the clue token, right? So do we play Oddity or Helana and Elena? I think this card's going to be terrible in this matchup because they're just going to kill all my stuff. I think I favor the Oddity because this will be better after a board wipe to rebuild. So I think I'm just going to do this. This has more late game potential though, right? If this goes on forever, the ability to flip it in the late game is good. Deduce, so board sweeper territory starting next turn. That's not bad to play now, because I can play it, I can level it up, and then next turn I can play Helana and Elena and it can soak up some counters. So we're attacking with everything. I'll put the counter here. Opponent goes to 2, so they're dead to a Bone Crusher Giant off top. There's the board sweeper as expected. So we can play Helana and Elena, or we can search for a board sweeper or a Bone Crusher Giant. We can draw a card. I think we're just gonna play this for now. Next turn I can play a 4-drop and draw if necessary. Opponent passes, I think. Discarding the hand size. Okay, so he wouldn't have drawn it. That's comforting. We'll try to play this. We will investigate. We'll go to combat, put the counters there, because I have to. Fateful Absence. Nothing I can do, so that's fine. Still get the counters. Interesting. And it gets haste, by the way. Let's not forget about that. Do you have another removal spell? They do not. I did actually forget. I always forget Helana and Elena does give haste. Alright, that's Gruul Stompy. Green Devotion is definitely the better green Stompy deck for sure, but, you know, we built this for, I think our total was, what, $17 or something in that range? So if you had this deck, I mean, yeah, you can definitely upgrade it, and it's not bad. It's not bad. So, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you in the next one.